Hello, I'm Rebecca Chung-hee Kim. I'm a professor of APU's College of International Management and Graduate School of Management. My research stems from simple questions. What is business for, and what is corporate social responsibility? It looks quite simple. However, during these days, this simple question emerges a lot of complex issues and debates around the globe. I can't answer in a simple way from my intuitive sense of probability. So I have to talk and I have to debate with the student and the global society. So this is all about my research. As long as we are living in the capitalist society, I think it will be eternal and universal theme. In terms of my corporate social responsibility research, there are a lot of debate over CSR, whether this is good, a lot of compliments. For example, CSR is closely related to financial performance or business strategy. At the same time, this is just the oxymoron. And then this is just the PR and the marketing tool, such as greenwashing and the pinkwashing, even rainbow washing during these days. So I brought this kind of all divergent discussion into classroom, especially to MBA class. MBA students, they are coming to the class with their own expertise. So they would like to learn more than theories. They observe the clash, theory, data, and then practice. So how they can find the real solution and implication for their future leadership. So I should help and I should discuss. This is all about my research-led teaching. Let me share two examples of my research. And the one is the Korean airline outrage scandal. This is one of the notorious business scandal during these days. So it happened in December 2014. So at the time, of course, I was here in APU and I observed the news in Korea and then at the same time overseas. But surprisingly, I could find the response of international media and the Korean media is totally different. So from my research perspective, I tried to find the answer, why, and then what are the differences. So by helping my two PhD researchers, I was digging into over 400 newspaper articles on this Korean airline outrage scandal. The key finding is international media, they are talking about this one single scandal as a comprehensive phenomenon of the shortcoming of Korean economic system, Jebel system. So how Korean economic system is linked to each business. But at the same time, Korean media, they are covering this one as one single business failure, reputation failure, and the big gap between the rich and poor. So I brought this research into my MBA class and discuss about this scandal, how they can deal with as a business leader. So it was a truly interesting discussion. At the same time, I brought this research into international arena, global society. For example, I was invited as a public lecturer or guest lecturer around the globe, UC Berkeley and the University of South Wales, Nottingham University in Malaysia, and the Reitaku University and the Soka University in Japan. And then also this case was introduced and discussed with institutional leaders such as Japan Society for Business Ethics and the AACSB conference and CSR Korea. So like this research has been disseminated and discussed not only by the research focus but also the global societal impact to the society. And my second research is about comparative or Asian CSR and then creating shared value research. I was trying to find the key feature of Asian CSR and the Asian creating shared value. Although Michael Porter said CSR should be transformed to CSV, however, how Asian business people, they are talking about creating shared value, what's the pros and cons? I've shared this research, not only my APU class also, but also the institution and global society around the globe. As far as I remember, I've visited over 10 nations to discuss about that, to disseminate this research, including Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Mongolia, UK, US, of course, Japan, Korea, and the Philippines. So like this, my research is discussed in the class again, and at the same time with the global society. That's one of the key features of my research-led teaching. University is a key machine of knowledge through research. So also let me try to find one example from my research. During these days, I'm doing the research of the link between capitalism and then CSR. So capitalism, we can find the good things but shortcomings. So we cannot push business to do business in a responsible way without improving the capitalism. So it should go together. So for example, we can see the limit or shortcoming of capitalism. Greed is good from my observation. So probably you will watch the movie Wall Street. The movie popularized the greed is good. So as long as it creates the greatest good for the greatest number of people, greed is good. The second limit or shortcoming of capitalism is elitist capitalism. So people, they are struggling with the gaps between the rich and poor. So by having this capitalist society or limit of shortcoming of capitalism, so how we can push business to contribute to the society in an inclusive way? Yes, we have to improve. The third one is the capitalist society, they are arguing or they are debating in relation to quantity only. But we ask business to be sustainable in relation to qualitative way. So it should be changed. So a lot of limit that we can improve if then business contribution or responsibility to the society will be improved. So that's why the responsibility matters throughout the whole society, such as university, government, NGOs, and media, including business. So for example, during these days, a lot of discussion on UN Sustainable Development Goals or ESG. So we can discuss this kind of world phenomena with MBA student, also undergraduate student. And then if they can find answer how to tackle this kind of issues when they come to the world, this is truly, truly important. So that kind of discussion are, you mean, engaged in my business ethics class. So during these days, I'm asking the question, what's the responsibility of a university, especially university education, university research, and at the same time, inclusive society. How we can create the inclusive society by collaboration with the other players of global society. So I will continuously do this kind of research, not for my research only, for my teaching, for my contribution to the global society. Like this, my research will be continuously responsive and reflective and inclusive for the societal impact. I have a firm belief my research can be of help to my students and the alumni and the future global leaders for them to shape their world in an ethical and then responsible way. Thank you.